Good evening guys, and welcome back to the channel for another video for Motorhome Retrofits. So today we've had one vehicle in all day. It's this one. It's a 2009 or 59 plate Autocruise Pace. Now I know we always say a lot of different model numbers and model names. It doesn't really make a difference because at the end of the day it's still a slide door conversion on a Fiat Ducato body engine base. The rest of the names that we see as stickers on the side of the vehicle don't really make a great deal of difference because it's depending on what the manufacturer or the conversion has put on at the time. So this particular vehicle has come in for the X903D-DU2, which is the dedicated Alpine style 9-inch swivel screen system with navigation. And we have also done a single lens high-level brake light. Because it's a slide door conversion, it's got a standard brake light at the back. So picture above now shows you what it looked like before, and now also it's connected, it's routed, cables routed all the way underneath the vehicle, connected up to the Alpine X903 so that when the customer puts it into reverse, that view will show. But also how we wired it in is allowing the camera button, the dedicated camera button on the Alpine will give you that camera view as well, which is quite handy when you're driving. Also, this customer was booked in for the front LED fog light DRLs. So on a lot of the bumpers of this particular age that have nothing because they don't come out the factory with fog lights, they just come with plastic grills. Those plastic grills Richard will then cut out. On some of the newer models they're just blanks that you can take out, and then the new fog lights can go in. These ones are fitted with the standard black trim that come with the kit, but we can get them body color coded like I have done on mine, and they will be offering you, because these vehicles are too old to have the LED or any kind of daytime running light, because that was 2014 onwards for the X290. Because it's an X250 chassis, what you're going to find is that when you're driving during the day, unless you put your side lights on, you don't have any driving lights at all. So what we've done is we've got two LED bright white fog light position LED lamps, and then they're on full brightness until you put the side lights on. When you put the side lights on, they dim. So when you're driving at dusk or at, well, not at night because you have your main beams on or your dip beam, you're gonna just put your side lights on and they will just dim the lights ever so slightly. But we'll show you that in action now. Now this is quite a popular retrofit, especially for the vehicles that don't have any kind of DRL or daylight running lights. Now earlier I was saying about the plastic panel. This is the plastic panel that would look like where a fog light would go. Richard cuts them out using a hole saw, and then we're left with this nice and neat. You've got the LED cob in there, you've got 4 little LED well, light emitting diodes, that's what it stands for, on the circuit board with the black surround. Now if Richard puts the ignition on, those lights will come on every single time you put the ignition on, and they are on full brightness. Now there's no other lights on the vehicle, so that immediately transforms this vehicle, makes it look a lot more modern when you're approaching it. Now when Richard puts the headlights on, you'll find, and you can probably just see in the camera there, that the brightness was reduced by 20 or 30%, and that just means that you're not going to glare oncoming traffic. And when he turns the headlights off, they go back to maximum brightness. With this particular model, you can actually wire them up so that when you put your headlights on, they just switch off, which I find is you're defeating part of the object of having them. So we always wire them into the headlight side of things, which is really, really cool. Now, there are two models. X250, which is this one, up to 2014, and then 2014 onwards to 2021, which is the slightly newer one. The overall look of the design and everything else looks absolutely the same. The way they interact with the lights slightly different, but that's just the way they've been designed for that technology. So what we're going to do now is we're going to jump around to the back of the vehicle, show you the high-level brake light. Right, simple single lens camera replaces what's above me now on the screen for the high level brake light, which in most of the time then the plastic wears out, becomes brittle. What we do is we take that out, take out the insert for the high level brake light, put the new brake light camera in with the camera in the middle of it, reconnect it all up so the high level brake light still works, and then route the cabling down along through. If you can't get in through the vehicle, then we will go underneath all the way along. It's a dirty, messy job, but we also put Copex on there, which is basically plastic tubing to protect it from from damage and from rain and everything else like that. So that makes its way to the front, comes up through the front step, and then connects to the back of the Alpine, and we'll show you what that looks like in a minute when we show you the Alpine. Right, X903D-DU2. It's the 9-inch swivel. So this is a dedicated 9-inch system that's specifically for the Fiat Ducato 7. So we're going to just put the key in the ignition. No steering wheel controls on this particular vehicle. There's no AC. It's relatively basic in terms of its design, but already transformed with the whole new Alpine Navi system that's now gone in and making all the difference. So just wait for that to boot up. That's the navigation screen, and let's go back here. So at the moment we're on FM radio, and once you go into FM radio you can go in and search and seek. I won't bore you with all that. We've just tuned it into radio 2, and there's your volume, and the same for the DAB radio as well. DAB, you can simply go in once you're outside and you've done a rescan of all your stations, they're all there, and it's nice, and that's connected to an internal glass mount DAB antenna. There's only a few things that you can get through the vehicle integration because we don't have climate and parking sensors and stuff like that. And then we've got the camera. So if we put it into reverse gear, which is top left, you've then got the reversing camera on there like so. Now the reversing camera, because it's an aftermarket one, it's not an Alpine one, you've got your guidelines on there. We like the Alpine guidelines, but actually we thought that these guidelines work better because they actually are at the back of the vehicle, so this customer can get used to the fact that he hasn't got parking sensors, and he can then find his danger point, obviously red being probably about a foot away. When you take it out of gear like so, you've got a dedicated camera button, and that gives you your high level image. Now we are in our workshop with LED lights on, so you might get a bit of picture roll like so, and then when we've done out of that, let's just, if Matt doesn't video my head, I'm just going to lean over to the glove box here. In the glove box we've got the lead, so let's just plug this in, and once we plug this in like so, I'm going to set up CarPlay, give my phone permission to do that, chuck that back in there. It's in the best place to receive the best signal, and also being charged at the same time. We've got Spotify, we've got Google Maps, we can go in like we always do with these and change the background just to make it look a little bit nicer. You've got your internet radio, you've got your WhatsApp, you've got your Waze, you've got absolutely everything. And if you like your music, this is just going to transform everything. So you've also got your TomTom built-in navigation. Now, because we've got the TomTom built-in navigation, you've got 3 years free map updates, and you've even got things like road speed warnings and lots of other little interesting bits and pieces. You can just go in here. Now we're in the building at the moment. Let's just see what we're getting satellites wise. 7 inside a metal clad building, so not bad. 6, 7. Okay, so this is the X903D-DU2 dedicated Fiat in a Fiat Ducato, and we've done a high-level brake light camera and we've done the LED DRL fog lights. If you've got a vehicle and want something like this, don't forget to get in touch with us. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends and family. Keep watching our videos because we'll keep making them. Thanks for watching.